Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a short little video on how I get close to the cuticle area without flooding it. And I know for me, when I was a beginner, well, I'm still a beginner, I'm sorry, but when I first began doing nails, my struggle areas were getting close to that cuticle and shaping. And I'm seeing a lot of beginners have this same problem as well, but mainly, getting to that cuticle area. They want to know how not to flood that cuticle area, okay? So when it comes to applying product near the cuticle, it can be very hard, especially hard to explain. And me being a visual learner, I just watched a lot of videos and just saw what they were doing, okay? But it's hard, especially if you don't have the right liquid to powder ratio, or if you're not familiar or know how to control your product. So my tip is, number one, practice. Number two, find an acrylic system that works for you. And number three, work on your liquid to powder ratio, okay? I know Tammy Taylor has like a practice sheet that will help you with your bead sizes from small to large, and it'll help also with having that liquid to powder ratio, because in order to stay in the circle, you have to have the right consistency of the product. And you can just print that little paper out and then laminate it and, work on it that way. But we'll get back to all of that, okay? So when getting close to that cuticle area, you want your product needs to be thin and flushed, and it needs to be as flat as your nail, okay? But but still have the product there. So what I usually do is just grab a bead, and when I put the bead down, I point the finger down so that my product flows. Just let gravity do its work and just let the product flow down. And because my acrylic system that I work with is more on a runnier side, the first thing I like to do is go and chase that product and make sure it doesn't touch the skin, okay? So while I have my finger pointed down, while I have my client's finger pointed down, I just push the product up. I mean, it's simple, but not so simple, especially if you don't have control of your product. Okay, so once again, what I'm going to do is grab me a medium-sized bead. I am going to place the bead down, and because my product is more on the runny side, I like to go and clean the sides first so it doesn't touch the skin. And once I do that, I just swipe down the product, and then I go to the very tippy top of the where I place my bead at, and just push the product up closer to the cuticle area, and then I pat down to be able to thin that product out so it won't be so bulky at that area of the nail. You want it to be very flush, flat, and thin near the cuticle area. But I am going to stop talking for now and let you guys sit back and watch this video, or watch me finish laying this acrylic. I will continue to make sure I do some close-ups so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And I'll be back.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing. It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Okay, you guys, so I decided to add in the clip of me shaping the nails because I'm personally still getting asked questions on how to shape nails. I did record a video a while back on shaping, but I guess that one wasn't good enough because y'all want me to do a video on how to do different shapes. So hit a like if that's something that you guys want me to do, if you want to see a video on me doing different shapes. Okay, but since we're watching this video, I'm going to give you ladies a few tips on shaping from, you know, what I had in my last video. So number one is to get a good sturdy file, because if you have a file that's bendy or flexible, then you'll give yourself carpal tunnel trying to keep that file straight. I do use other files, but I prefer the files from Sally's because of how sturdy they are. But watch out, because those bad boys are sharp. You definitely cut one of your clients with this, with those Sally's files. So yeah, keep that in mind. Number two is to keep your client's fingers straight so you can see what you're doing. As you can see, I was wrestling with her to hold her hand straight the entire time. So please ask your client to relax her hands so that you can have control, you know, of you know, what you're doing. So number three is whichever way you're holding your file, hold that bad boy straight. Hold that file straight, whether it's to the side, you're slanting it, or however you're doing it. Just hold that file straight. Okay. Number four is to get under that nail. Yes, file under the nails. It really does make a difference. Sometimes the product falls under the nails when you're applying the acrylic. So you want to make sure you get under there and go clean that up. Yes, honey. Yes, acrylic is under there. Go check it out. Go see. And number five, once you finish filing the nails, flip the client's hand over and file that free edge. This is how you'll get a really crisp tip if you just turn her fingers over and file her free edge at an angle.
Again, it's a red skin.
Okay, you guys, and this step is pretty much self-explanatory. We are just working around the cuticle area and make sure everything is flushed and sealed shut, so no moisture can get in. You pretty much just want to work your way from right to left or left to right, depending on which is your dominant hand. You want to work with a fine drill bit here, or you can work with a fine safety drill bit, and also work your way down the nail if you need to smooth the nail out. Okay, you guys, we have made it to the end of the video, and I just want to say thank you for watching and look forward to my next video.